Hi. So, I know I'm upset. I am upset. I just want to save a memory of this moment. It takes a lot for me to make phone calls. I made a phone call about 15 minutes ago to, a medical office, or I should say it's a plastic surgery office or a cosmetic surgery office, and I did that because the guy, the ENT and otolaryngologist who prescribed my hearing aids works there now and doesn't do, well, I just found out he doesn't do ENT referrals anymore. Like, that's what they said, and they said, oh, sorry, you're gonna have to go through your GP and find another ENT. And then I said, okay, you said and then I kept trying to pry and find out if there was some way, and she said something about head and neck surgery, and I was like, well, I have had head and neck surgery. And then, you know, she was talking about nasal pharyngeal stuff, and I said, well, I have some findings on my MRI, a mucus retention cyst, yada yada. Anyway, I said enough that made the reception person, or the admin person who answered the phone, tell me that if I had my GP write a convincing, you know, a letter about why I want to see this specific doctor, and I do, because he specializes, well, he used to be very, very well versed in like atypical Bell's palsy that affects your ear. So that's what I had. And now I'm having a flare, but because I mentioned the ear first, and he doesn't do ear stuff anymore, he does nose stuff and head and neck stuff. Ding, ding, ding. Like, anyways, I said to her, I have an unusual fusion. I had it out of country. I have a really hard time finding doctors. She seems sympathetic, so I need to figure out now the most strategic way to convince my GP, or what do they call it in the US? Family practitioner, or no, I don't know. They call it something else. Your regular old family doctor that I see mine through a community health clinic. So it's like a government funded clinic. So pros and cons for that. But anyways, I digress. I'm kind of hopeful, but I'm also really freaking, you know, I feel a little defeated, but I feel like there's a possibility this doctor will see me. And then, honestly, I need someone I'm just not going to have a bad experience with. It could be an ENT, it could be a neurologist. I need a neurologist, but I can't really find a neurologist. So I'm trying to get in with this plastic surgeon. Because here's the thing. A lot of ENTs become plastic surgeons, I've learned. Because working in the OHIP system drains you and is soul-sucking, from what I gather, or can be, very much. Very challenging. So I don't blame them. And, yeah. This doctor wrote a really amazing Facebook post in 2015 about the system sucking, basically. And you can't even get a doctor to say that or admit that when it's so clear. But his ego is in check. It's rare. So I hope I can get it. And I'm not even expecting anything. It's just like someone on my side. That's it. I'm gonna probably go to the States again, but you know, the borders are closed. I'm waiting for phone consults for doctors in the States. I'm waiting for the Good Hope EDS clinic, which can take a long time to get into, but I've been encouraged that I should really do that because I haven't done that. And I have hypermobile EDS, so I've heard a lot of bad things about that in this clinic, to be honest. But I wonder if those stories are from people. I mean, things might have changed there. I don't know. I guess I have to just try it, even though I feel like I'm at risk of it just being like, meh. Or, you know, I just have to have my backup, because sometimes professionals say insulting, judgmental things. And I've had enough of that, which is why I'm trying to get in with this doctor who prescribed my hearing aids, because I have mild hearing loss. It got worse in one ear when I had the facial palsy in, like, I guess 2017. And, you know, like, the way I talk, I can see when I look in the thing that I still have it a bit, but it's mild enough that most people don't notice it at all. And what it is for me mostly is a sensory thing, and I have this ear fullness thing with it that he wouldn't. I told him at the time I just didn't want any more tests. I was sick of tests, and he just had very kind eyes. And he understood that. And the last ENT I had would just send random people in the room, and they'd just stick things down my nose and stick tuning forks on my head and make me convulse. And so, as you can see, I'm dealing with medical PTSD, which is really common among people with complications of EDS, probably. Anyway, this is enough, but I'm crying. Christ. I'm gonna go. Thanks for listening. Cross your fingers for me, please.